Jack sat under the stars, wondering if anyone else watched the sky like he did. He had always been a little different, quiet, thoughtful, and alone. Joe, the forever puppy, chased fireflies through the meadow, his tail wagging with joy. He didn't know he was about to meet someone special. Their eyes met when Joe tripped and landed beside Jack with a goofish smile. Jack blinked in surprise, but he didn't run away. They sat quietly together, watching the stars, one purr and one tail wag at a time. Something unspoken passed between them. From that night on, Jack and Joe were never apart. They were different, but they fit together like a perfect story. One sunny morning, Joe discovered a bright red bouncy ball sitting all alone in the garden. He barked, pounced, and gave it a big push. It bounced right into Jack's nap time. Jack shot up with wide eyes and puffed up fur. "What sorcery is this?" Joe gently nudged the ball toward Jack, who batted it right back with a smirk. And so began the most epic and silly game of magical garden ping-pong. It was a rainy afternoon, and Jack found Joe dragging all the blankets into the living room. "I'm building something super important," Joe said, tail wagging. After a lot of fluffing and flopping, they had the coziest blanket fort in the world. They curled up with a bowl of popcorn and listened to the rain tap-tap on the roof. "Best invention ever," whispered Jack, already dozing off. One misty morning, Jack found an old teacup under the willow tree, big enough for two. "It's perfect," Joe said. "Let's sail!" They drifted past lily pads and flowers that giggled as they bloomed, waving at the duo. Jack purred. "Even the flowers like us." A line of turtles formed a living bridge, letting them pass under a glowing rainbow. Joe wagged his tail. "Best day ever!" They stopped at a tiny island made of cake and berries, sharing sweet bites with bluebirds. "Delicious," said Joe, crumbs on his nose. As the stars blinked awake, the teacup brought them gently home. Jack whispered, "Let's do it again tomorrow." One sunny morning, Jack found an old teacup in the grass, chipped but charming. He meowed, "Joe, let's make it our garden." Joe brought tiny seeds from his secret stash, and Jack patted the soil with his paws. They giggled as the wind tickled their fur. Each day they sang to the teacup and told it their dreams. "I want a sunflower," Joe whispered. "And maybe a tiny tree," Jack purred. One morning they woke to find the tiniest sprout reaching up. They gasped. Their first garden baby. They named it Sprig, and every day they sat beside it, dreaming new dreams together. One quiet night, Jack and Joe set off with a blanket and a dream to see the stars from the highest hill. As they climbed through whispering grass, fireflies danced around them like tiny lanterns in the dark. They reached the top just as the sky spilled open with stars, brighter than they'd ever seen. Joe curled up next to Jack, his eyes wide with wonder, while Jack whispered stories of constellations and moons. Under the vast night sky, they made a silent promise to always chase magic together. One sunny morning, Jack found a glowing map tucked under a leaf, marked with a single word, "Cloudberries." Joe barked with excitement, and together they set off, crossing a bridge made of singing vines. Deep in the forest, they met a sleepy turtle who whispered, "Only those who giggle can find the berries." So Jack told a silly joke. Joe giggled and snorted, and suddenly the trees parted with a magical shimmer. At last they found the hidden grove where cloudberries glowed like stars and tasted like dreams. Follow for more magical moments with Jack and Joe.